Then we got Dead Within Days with Sleep Traveler.
Perfect in my dreams. That's why I've been dying to sleep.
Yo, what's up, multiple lesbians? Hope you're good. Good to see you too. That line, knowing the background of the vocalist, is such a fucking strong lyric. Still dark. Chat again, you're popping off. Yeah, so that lyric,
Oh,
the
yeah.
room is still dark when I open my eyes, knowing that the vocalist is registered blind is like really hard hitting as a vocal line.
Yeah.
Lyrically, that is impressive, and it really, yeah, it. I'm going to sound like this is the irony of me about to say this, and no pun intended, but it really opens your eyes to like the struggle that they have. You know, and
Yeah.
I couldn't think of any other like way to put that. That is awful. I am so sorry, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's oh god, it's just such a big song. I love the visual on this one. Again, really smart. Everybody is uniformed. I think there's a lot to be said when bands have an image and they stick with an image. It becomes like, I mean, look at like, I mean, you can think of some of the biggest bands on the planet, like Mike M. it's synonymous. It's synonymous. I can't say the word today, but that they synonymous. But like they still to this day wear their Black Parade outfits, and they're still riding that wave because it's it's iconic, you know. And I think having that kind of visual is great. Track itself, massive. The harsh vocals on this are absolutely on fucking point. I challenge you to find a better harsh vocal than that on a track. That's up there with some of the elites. It really is. And I just think this is an absolute banger. Zach, what did you think?
This band has a lot of strengths and weaknesses upon just evaluating off this one song. It kind of came in like a Dayseeker Rain City Drive vibe at the beginning. But what caught me off guard then is initial vocals in the first verse that was coming in felt very like nasally, almost pop punk. So that kind of threw me off. And then it kind of shifted back and forth between this like Dayseeker Rain City Drive, but with these nasally vocals. When they start to get really, really heavy, that's when I feel like the band shines. I feel like I'm getting an emotional response from myself and my own intuition when they start to get heavier. I do like the lyrics in the whole thing. I feel like with bands like this, they're still kind of finding their identity musically. And one of the things that has to do with that is dynamic. Should 5 guys all be playing at the same time? With a song, you've got 180 seconds to convey an emotion and connect with an audience. And I didn't connect with it really until it started to get heavier, because I think that's where their strong point is. So solid song. I mean, I think they're kind of all over the place vocally, but if I was this band, I would get heavier on more things, because I think that's where their strong suit is. Again, I'm just judging it off of this soul song that I'm listening to. Love the lyrics, love the heavy stuff. The nasally vocals and the confusion on that between the whole Dayseeker Rain City Drive vibe. I couldn't really connect with that. So, but I think they have a lot of potential. I think they definitely have a vision, and I definitely felt something once it got heavier. So
yeah. Do you know what? Like, I think sometimes what bands do is we're kind of almost programmed that a clean vocal is your catch. You know, like it's like, okay, as a songwriter, one of the first things I normally write for a song is the chorus. I normally build from a chorus and then I build around that, and that's kind of how I've always done it. And I think sometimes metalcore bands, and I've been in a metalcore band and been quite successful in a metalcore band, and I know that this is something that happens, is you almost think about, okay, let's go heavy in the verses, heavy on the breakdown or the bridge, and let's do a really clean, crisp chorus.
I gotta grab my food. I'll be right back.
Hey, no, you're all good. You're all good.
You're all good,
and
dude.
I think that that's something that we that maybe we need to like what's the word? Deinstitutionalize. Deprogram. Like that whole concept of clean chorus and everything around it built up to be heavy. Because I think Joel on this track sounds incredible on those harsh vocals. I like his cleans, but I understand the nasally comment. But do you know what? I've just realised he's ordered takeout. I mean, I'm gonna get Zach. You're gonna have to give us a breakdown on your takeout. Like, I am jealous right now. I'm doing takeout after stream tonight.
I thought this was going to be 15 minutes for some reason. I do have another Zoom in 2 hours, but
We'll be good.
I love what you guys are doing, and I'm gonna participate the whole thing. But I was like, oh my gosh, I'm starving. I need to get food.
Can
You're
we all just very quickly, Zach, will you put your middle finger up to the camera, because Chris Ronan, who is our special guest coordinator, is in the chat, and the fact that you thought it was 15 minutes deserves a middle finger to the camera. So yeah,
I don't know why I interpreted it as 15 minutes. I'd have to go back to the emails. I know you guys reached out a long time ago, but
we had it booked in for a while, didn't we?
apologize.
Yeah, no, we did have it booked in for a while. It's Chris. It's just blame Chris. Just that's what we do. I normally blame Danny, so Danny was well excited to do that just then, weren't you, Danny? That was.
I was.
Right, Danny, go on, give me your final word on the track.
Yeah, they've got a really cool sound as well. It's got elements for me of like screamo, metalcore, crabcore in there. There's clearly a lot of grit and emotion behind it, and that is very palpable through the screen. The lyrics are great. The message behind them is powerful. It's definitely a track that I feel will create a lot of feeling of relatability, and that's always a good goal to have as an artist. So I take my hat off to them.
100%.